You're driving. You need to be here on time. I'll recall. I mean, what happens if even if you're late, I could forfeit your bond. I don't want to do that, but I definitely don't want an attitude about that either. All right? So, did you get someone hired, Mr. Holman?
I talked to Mr. Ralph Kimmer. I got an appointment with him Friday. He said he's going to be on.
Why do you just have an appointment that's coming Friday when you've had 30 days?
Well, he just scheduled me to come this Friday.
Okay.
Talk to a new person about people and everything.
Right, I understand that, but so when did you call him to set that appointment up?
Last week, the week before.
But you've been talking to Mr. Kimmler since the time before. You have 1 week. You need to get Mr. Kimmler hired before next week, or you're going to be back here Monday. If you don't hire him, then we'll do some paperwork to see what your finances are. If you can afford it, then...
We're going to do the paperwork today?
No, you need to get Mr. Kimmler hired. You've told me over and over that you can hire him, right? I mean, if you haven't gone in person, then you don't even know what... Are you working?
I'm slow right now.
But you're working. Then get an extra job if it's slow. You've been coming here for several months now. Same instructions every time. You need to get Mr. Kimmler hired before next week. I'm resetting your case for 1 week. Step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. Ms. Martin, come forward, please. Ms. Martin, why were you late this morning?
I was here this morning, but I left to go get a paper that I had to rehab to give to the judge.
Okay. So it's important that you're here. Make sure you check in with the bailiff. Don't leave until somebody knows you're here and then something happens.
Oh, no. I checked in.
Okay. With who?
The black, well,
She was here. She left.
Okay. All right. So it's important that you stay. Okay. So this is you have 3 cases, Ms. Martin. Let me get them pulled up. In cause number 24, DCCR 0247, you're charged with theft of property with previous convictions from October 27th of 2023. In cause number 24, DCCR 0248, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, state jail felony from October 1st of 2023. And in cause number 23, DCCR 1850, you're charged with theft of property with previous convictions from July 14th of 2023. And so since you've made bond in all of your cases, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
no, ma'am, I was appointed a court-appointed attorney.
Right.
And I tried to reach out to her, called her, and just last week, she called me and told me she wouldn't be able to represent me because, I guess, I was able to make bond or something.
So here's what happens is she's technically still your lawyer, but now that you've made bond on all 3 of these cases, I expect you to try to hire your own lawyer. All right. So I'm going to reset all of your cases for about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before the next court date, bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what you need to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They all have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to when you come back so that I know you're trying and we'll discuss options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond in all of your cases for not following that court order, and you would have to go back to jail. Do you understand? And what did you bring?
I'm sorry. I went to the Revive Rehab, and they were giving me the paper to give to the district. I don't know if I still had a bill available because they released me on Friday until all my court documents were done.
Okay. So you were staying there before?
Yes, I checked in on Monday.
Last week?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So did you stay clean this weekend, or you?
I'm not gonna lie, I tried, but it was hard.
Have a seat in the jury box. Let me get you tested.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I don't have it yet. Give me just a second. Okay, so you tested positive for cocaine, which you said you admitted to doing over the weekend, right? So, Ms. Martin, you're obviously charged with 3 felonies. Those indictments allege numerous prior offenses. You know that you shouldn't be using drugs while you're waiting to come to court. Obviously, there's an issue, but it's an issue that makes me uncomfortable for the safety of everyone and yourself that you're not going to reoffend if I leave you out. And so it is a violation of your bond conditions in all of your cases for you to use. So what I'm going, and I understand you showed me the letter, but
Can you please read it to you? When I come back, I'll read
it's,
it.
well, here's the thing. Not today. Not today. I can't. It makes, I understand. Listen, you take a breath and dry them up, okay? I'm not saying you're not going to get some opportunity, but today, in order for me to ensure the safety of you and everyone else around, I'm going to find that you violated the conditions of your bond in all 3 of your felony cases, and I'm going to raise your bond in each of your cases to, what are they set at now? Let's see, hold on. I'm going to raise your bonds in each of your cases to $20,000 in each case. A condition of the bond in each of your cases, if you make it, is that you have to have a drug patch on at all times. And you would have 24 hours from the time you're released from custody to get that drug patch on. You will be appointed an attorney, or the attorney, Ms. Holmes, will remain your attorney. She'll be out there to visit with you and see what your options are, and get back with me. So you can go back with the bailiff.
I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
I have another court, so how do they make these arrangements? I'm supposed to go to Judge Holmes.
When? Today?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll let them know. Okay.
I'm representing her at Judge Holmes' court.
Okay. They can probably just reset that one if you'll just let them know, unless they want to bring her down. Probably the easier thing to do would be to just let them know that she tested positive and was taken into custody today.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please come to the floor.
It's either guilty or not guilty. Did you do it or not do it? You didn't do it? Then we'll go to trial next week. Okay, well, you tested positive for cocaine. Good morning, you're Preston Fontanet? And Mr. Fontanet's case is set for trial to begin with jury selection next Monday. What is the announcement?
Judge, this, up to this point, it's been on for 10 times. This morning, it's Mr. Nichols' file. It's at 10 over 10. I've discussed it with him. I don't know if what the policy is to they withdraw the plea if you reject that.
Today's the day. So, well, you don't get time. So here's the thing, Mr. Fontanet. If you want to take that plea agreement because your case is set for trial next week, today's the day that I number the cases, and I do not accept plea agreements after today. You've had time this morning to visit with Mr. LeBlanc about that new offer. Your case has obviously been going on for some time, so you know what the case is all about. I will hold it if y'all want to visit for a few more minutes, but I'm not resetting the case. If you don't take that deal today, which is fine if you don't want it, then your case will get numbered for trial next week, and there won't be an agreement after today. So I'll hold it for a few more minutes, y'all visit, and then let me know quickly what you want to do, okay? All right, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment? Mr. Fontanet, and are we going on count one only?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Fontanet, the state has elected to proceed on count one only. It alleges you committed the third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by felon, and that's from September 29th of 2022. And how do you plead to that charge?
No contact?
Nope, it's either guilty or not guilty. Did you do it or not do it?
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it? Then we'll go to trial next week.
Oh, we gotta go with it. Well,
So-
I'm sorry,
This is,
Let me ask you something, Mr. Fontanet. If I test you today, you're going to have something in your system.
no, ma'am.
Let me double check that. Have a seat, and then we'll talk about your case. Have a seat in the jury box.
I guess I'll sit down.
Thank you. Just. When did you use cocaine?
I don't even use cocaine. at all. Like, I really don't. I don't do no type of drugs.
Okay, well, you tested positive for cocaine.
I don't use it. Like, literally, I don't.
Oh, you did something. So here's your option. If you want me to go forward with this plea today, number one, it's guilty or not guilty. Either you did it or you didn't do it. You will go into custody for, either way, you're going into custody today. Okay, you violated the conditions of your bond. If you don't want to go to trial next week and you want to go forward with this plea, what I'll do is allow you to enter your plea. I'll reset your case for sentencing. I will have an evaluation done, pre-sentence report done, and then I'll determine at that next court date whether or not I'm going to accept the plea agreement. So your choice is trial next week if you want to go to trial and plead not guilty, or for me to go forward with this today and take the plea.
Yeah, I was gonna go with what my lawyer recommended me. I was gonna go with the
So, but here's the thing. It's up to you whether or not, if you didn't do what they're saying you did, then you go to trial. If you did, then you can enter your plea of guilty. But you don't just go along with something. Mr. Blanc, I'm sure, has not told you to plead guilty if you're not guilty. So today, if you want to go forward, it's going to mean entering a plea of guilty and answering some questions that I have of you. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So is that what you want to do?
That's fine.
Then let's start over. Friend, cause number 23 DCCR 2079. In count one only, you are charged with a third-degree felony offense of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. And that is from September 29th of 2022. And how do you plead to that charge? Guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Answer out loud. And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. LeBlanc?
I believe so.
The papers on the tablet?
Yes.
And do you understand what you signed with him?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? So if I go along with this agreement that you made, you can't change your mind later. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've made is for a 10-year term in prison, but that would be probated and suspended. You'd be placed on probation for 10 years. You would be ordered to pay a $500 fine and follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
There's no objection to it.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Fontenette's not competent?
And then where is this?
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing, and we'll get the probation department to do a pre-sentence report. I am going to find, based on the nature of your criminal history and your plea in this case, that at this time it is in the best interest of you and everyone else that there not be a bond pending PSI. So you will remain in jail until the PSI. If everything goes well, maybe there's some issues that we need to be have addressed. They'll find that out, and then we can go forward at that point. Okay? You can go back with the bailiff.
And there it is. A courtroom moment that became about far more than missed deadlines or legal paperwork. What began as another chance to move forward quickly turned into a reminder that every decision carries consequences. The judge wasn't simply reacting to a failed drug test. She was confronting a pattern of choices that raised serious concerns about accountability, trust, and public safety. Even as emotions ran high and excuses gave way to difficult truths, the court's message remained clear. Opportunities can be given, but responsibility cannot be ignored. For Miss Martin, this wasn't just about bond conditions or felony charges. It was a crossroads. A moment where the path toward recovery collided with the reality of her actions. And perhaps that's what makes this case so powerful. Sometimes the hardest consequences arrive